As guys, let's be honest, what we really want is we want to meet a girl and then we want her to flirt with us. We want her to make the move. So we try to be more funny, we try to challenge her, and we just put in the effort, hoping that the reaction will be that she flirts. But you cannot really trigger a girl flirting with you. Flirting from a girl's side is not a reaction to something that you trigger, it is a reaction to the right circumstances, to her finding you attractive. In today's video, we're going to talk about what those conditions are. Well, let me first explain what I mean when I say that you cannot trigger somebody else to flirt with you. If I tell you a joke and you don't find the joke funny, you will not find it more funny by me explaining the joke. And with flirting, it's the same thing. If I try to trigger something from you, that alone is never going to trigger a girl to flirt with me or a girl to chase me or a girl to be obsessed with me. Instead, I need to create the right environment, the right conditions for her to find me so attractive or attractive enough that she starts flirting with me. So what you want to do is create an environment where flirting happens naturally. In today's video, we're going to talk about two key conditions that need to be present in order for flirting to happen. And unfortunately, most men today eliminate these two conditions through their behavior. So we're going to talk about them. And then hopefully you will understand what to do differently so you stop eliminating these conditions and just maintain them a little bit longer so there can be a little more of that flirting dynamic. The first condition we need to have is a bit of unpredictability, because flirting essentially is playfulness. And when everything becomes too predictable, when you're too available, too accommodating, never have your own opinion, never stand up for what you want, always try to accommodate the other person, worrying about offending that person or saying something that she won't like, things become too predictable. And by becoming too predictable, you take out the fun, you take out the playfulness, and accordingly, because all of that is lacking, there is simply no space for flirting. Because anything she says that is flirty, you will usually take out all of the energy, all of the flirtiness, all of the fun vibe to make it safe again. If you want to keep that unpredictable space where things can happen, look at it from a perspective of not making things too safe. Speak up for yourself. Have an opinion. When she says something fun, throw it back at her. Make a joke. Don't take her too serious. And I don't mean don't take her serious because she's a woman. I mean, don't take what she says too serious. See it as a game of she's saying something funny, you say something funny back. She says something serious and shares an opinion. You can always share your opinion as well. And sometimes these will clash. And again, that is totally fine because that's life. People have different opinions. And in some cases, your opinions will clash in a way where there is no room for consolidation. And both of you will have to agree that, well, we clash on something that is so fundamental, so core to us that there is no future for us. But in many cases, instead, you will just clash and you will agree to disagree on something, or you will even say, hey, I'm sorry, I didn't really mean it like that. Or you listen to her and you understand her point of view and maybe you even change your own opinion. But in any case, by creating that environment where anybody can say whatever's on their mind, where things remain a bit open, where she knows that, well, whatever she says, you're actually going to react with something instead of accommodating her, that opens up the space for flirting. Then you give her space to share her opinion, to be funny, to be silly, to be herself. By being herself, she can be flirty, you can be flirty, and things can happen. And if it's not clear why this unpredictability is so powerful, look at it like this. If she can predict exactly what's going to happen, the interaction kind of becomes boring. If she knows that whatever she says, you're going to say yes, whatever joke she makes, whatever diss she throws up, you're just going to laugh and accommodate her, it's kind of boring. But if she knows that, well, if I have a strong opinion on something, I'm not sure he's even going to like it. So I'm gonna make it a bit more funny first, see how he reacts. And then you react in a fun way. Because of that unpredictability, it triggers her to be a bit more creative. If she knows that, well, if I say something stupid, he's probably going to say something stupid back rather than taking it too serious or whatever. By doing that, you open up the chances for her to be more silly. That added unpredictability makes it easier for her to be herself, to be fun, and to create a flirty environment. In other words, by being unpredictable, you create an environment that allows for flirtiness to happen. The second condition that needs to be present for women to flirt with you is a little bit of withheld approval. Because if she has all of the approval she wants from you, There's no need to pursue anything. She has everything she wants. But flirting happens when she kind of wants something from you, right? She's hoping that you will like her. She wants to be cute, charming, maybe a little bit funny. So if you give her all of the approval, there's no reason for her to be like that anymore. But if you withhold it a little bit, if you're kind of from the position of still judging a little bit, but in a way that's funny, silly, and she knows that you like her, but she's not sure 100% that she has you, and that's the big difference. She knows you like her, but she also feels that willingness to walk away, that willingness to challenge you back, right? And it goes hand in hand with the first condition. If you can withhold a little bit of approval or make it feel a little bit uncertain for her, again, that's the certainty that we talked about before. If you can make that emotion transcend, you create that space for her to want to flirt with you, because she will still chase a little bit that approval, chase a little bit of that safety and the feeling of, yes, I got that guy. So mastering these two spaces, opening up and leaving that gap between the two of you, where on the one hand, yes, she wants you and she knows that you want her, but there's still a little bit of gap where it's not fully certain that she has you and she can do whatever she wants. That causes her to chase, that causes her to flirt, and that's ultimately what you want. So what does it look like in practice when you keep that gap open? Now, most men, we already talked about this in the beginning, most men, they're way too agreeable. They conform to whatever she says. They don't share their own opinion because they're worried that she will hate them for it or she will be offended. So they're kind of too agreeable. They kind of make it too obvious that they like her and that they will do pretty much anything to get her. That's also almost like the Walt Disney idea of dating, right? The guy that does anything to get the girl. The reality is that if you do everything right, the emotion she should feel is that you're a guy that is very interested in her, that likes her, that wants maybe to be with her or at least to make something happen with her, but you're also still willing to walk away because you have your own life and you're not willing to compromise on certain things, whether it's your values, your principles, your ideas and your core beliefs. You're not willing to compromise on these and you're not going to hold back from sharing these. You're not scared of judgment. You're going to crack the jokes that you find funny. If she gives you shit, you're going to give her shit back. That is creating that gap. If you can master this, if you can get good at this, pretty much every interaction that you have, not only with girls, sometimes even with guys, turns into almost like a flirt. It's this situation where it's just fun and playful and the interaction is not just static and boring, but it's just an interaction where emotion happens. And if you talk to girls, girls have fun talking to you and they're looking forward to talking to you again, even if you're not dating, even if you're just friends. And that's what you want to feel as a guy. That's where you want to get as a guy. Now, if you want help with this, I'm going to shamelessly plug my coaching again. There's my link down in my description. Book a call with me. Let's hop on Calendly. Let's see where you're at. Let's see if and how I can actually help you get there. And then we'll work from there. I'd say other than that, that's summing it up for today's video. So if you have any questions, leave me a comment down below and I'll see you in one of my next videos.